Okay, so welcome to today's class. We will be working very slowly, very intentionally. Nikki's got books. We'll be working slowly and intentionally. And it's a bit of a yin yang. So we'll be moving between stronger shapes to very soft and receptive body opening shapes as well. So just be aware that it will be a slower class and we'll be taking our time within these shapes as well. So let's begin. And it's about pitta balancing. It's about bringing balance to the interplay of heat and cool within the body, particularly in pregnancy where we tend to overheat quite a lot. We want to bring the body down to a place of cool. So open the knees, and if you have your blocks close by, place your palms on the blocks and stretch your heart forward, gently bringing it down to the ground. If that's too much of a stretch in the shoulders, ditch the blocks and just take a comfortable, soft child's pose. If you're able to take the extended variation, then do so. And once settling into the shape, notice how sometimes heat collects in the abdomen. We need some fire for digestion, but too much fire is not always a good thing, as we know. So take a mental awareness into the belly area and into the breath as well. Catching through the length of the inhale and the exhale, and just notice if there has been excess body heat in the body. Or if you have been feeling balance. And just for 3 breaths, count the inhale in and count the exhale out, finding an even count in and even count out. Welcome, Sarah. If you've got your yoga blocks, please have them close by. We are doing a pitta balancing yin yang flow class today to move excess body heat out of the body and bring a good balance of cool and warm. And that body heat that collects in the abdomen. We're reaching forward onto the blocks, taking some deep breaths here. Beautiful. And slowly lift the chest, slide the blocks back, bring the knees a little bit closer, come onto your fours, and keep the blocks or books underneath your palms. Beautiful. Just take a moment in neutral spine to feel and notice. How does baby feel in the belly today? Are there big changes? Like Cosette said when she caught herself in the camera, when she turned it on. Oh my goodness, my belly's got so big. Yes, it has. Inhale, lift the tail, push your palms into the blocks, lift the gaze. Exhale, strongly round. Feel the space between the shoulder blades with the help of the elevated palms. And do that 2 more times. Just now you are practicing your even inhale breath to an even exhale breath. Continue with that count of the in and exhale breaths to an even count in and out. Beautiful. From here, keeping your palms on your prop still, find neutral spine and extend your left leg back, toes spaced out. So look to see that the toes are not skewing out to the side. Just toss a glance over your shoulder and see that the toes are actually facing down forward. The tendency is to rotate them outward, and that's because of the iliopsoas slightly migrating outwards sometimes. Now, see if you can bring your hip bones to level, and then inhale, the toes almost touch the ground. Exhale, lift that heel and keep your spine more or less neutral. particularly the lower back. Inhale down, exhale lift. We're in training and retraining the glutes as well as the deep internal iliopsoas that very much relate to how the digestion is going. We are pumping the iliopsoas here, and that pump actually sends a lot of fresh nutrients into the bowel and digestive region, the large intestine. Without the psoas working properly, we don't get all the nutrient blood flow to that area. Beautiful. Bring both knees down to the ground, pause, and let everything settle. The right glute could have been working, you might have felt it, and the left side definitely. Let's take the right. Extend your right leg back, toss a glance over your shoulder and see that the toes are not skewing outwards, but you are actually turning the toes down and maybe even a small internal rotation. Feel what happens when you do that into the inner thigh. And let's pump the iliopsoas, part of the digestive system, which is why walking is so important. And then lift, come on down, and movement is so important because that peristaltic pumping sensation that the iliopsoas gives is definitely a hydrating factor for the lower abdominals, which are now feeling a lot of compression as baby gets bigger. And as we know, that can create all sorts of weird digestive stuff as the digestion becomes cramped and has to operate at a different level. And our bodies can sometimes find it very difficult to adjust to that. Beautiful. And just once more, in training the inner thigh muscle as well. And then bring both knees down. Take the blocks away and place them at the front of the mat. You'll need them a bit later. We're going to take some long, even breaths in our downward facing dog. Tuck toes, scoot baby, press back, down dog. If your back is rounding, bend the knees first, spread out through the shoulder blades, feel the length of the spine, and then slowly straighten the legs. Beautiful. Now we're going to work into the fascia and hydrate the fascia down the back body, back of the legs. Press up high onto the balls of the feet, squiggle the toes open wide, bend the knees slightly, push firmly into your palms, take a deep inhale, feel like you're squeezing a ball between your thighs, and exhale, drag your heels down towards the ground, and then slowly bring the legs towards straight. Inhale, press up high, micro bend the knees, fluff out your tail feathers. Exhale, first of all, roll the heels to the ground, or close to, and bring the legs towards straight. Through intention through the muscles. One more time. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the heels. Exhale, press back, roll the heels to the ground, straighten the legs. Another full breath in this downward facing dog. Hopefully your shoulders are managing. Even breaths. Step your feet as wide as the mat. Turn the toes out slightly. Walk your hands back and deepen into a squat. Now we'll take those cooling breaths, 50 breaths in this pitta flow. Roll the tongue so that the tongue rolls towards each other. If you cannot do that genetically, you'll just take the breath through the top of the tongue. Beautiful. Inhale through the rolled tongue, through the lips. Close the mouth and exhale through your nose. 2 more times. Inhale through your rolled tongue. Exhale through the nose. Just once more. Exhale through the nose. That is your cooling, sticky breath. It can be used as labor when you're overheating. Lift the hips, turn the toes forward, and simply dangle here. If you have heartburn or baby's really big, bring your knees above, your elbows above the knees, relax the head. If you're feeling good, you can simply dangle by holding the elbows and pausing into this. Maybe a slight rocking side to side. Place your hands on the mat, walk your hands forward, you're back in your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Bring your feet a little closer together. Inhale onto the knees, look up. Exhale, round, press back, down dog, and step your left foot to the front of the mat. Rotate the right toes out slightly, Phoenix wings to flight, and warrior one. Big, full, explore the silhouette. Take your time. Really enjoy these movements. Beautiful. Interlace the palms, flip the interlace forward, reach for the sky. Remember to lift the pubic bone and bring it into the base of the belly to protect the linear elbow so the belly doesn't spill forward and put undue stress on the linear elbow. Keep reaching for the sky. Another breath, chin down, legs strong. You might want to feel as though you're tractioning your feet slightly away from each other. Take your left palm, place your right hand between your shoulder blades and place your left palm over your right elbow. Press the right elbow up and into the left palm. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, side bend to the left. Keep your firm foundation and invite the side body open, breathing deeper into the right lobes of the lungs. The breath will feel different and slightly compressed. Bear with that. Inhale, reach both palms high. Exhale, take the arms back, wing the arms back, straighten the left leg, and bow, relax your head. Inhale, bend your left knee, rise, sweep up. Exhale, open your wings, straighten the left leg, float the chest forward deep, and finally relax your head, fingertips come to the ground. Final rotation, bend the left knee, inhale, Phoenix wings. Open your heart and wings, straighten the left leg, reach the chest forward, followed by the fingers, deep forward fold, 3 breaths. Taking our twists to release excess pitta from the body. Gently bring the right knee down to the ground. You're in a square lunge. Rise. Feel as though you've got shoelaces between your thighs and you're pulling them tight. Wrap them and pull them tight. This means that instead of slopping down into the pelvis, you're feeling an inner squeeze of the thighs towards each other. Pull the left knee and the right knee towards each other. Embrace the ground. Reach both palms high, inhale, releasing pitta, exhale, twist, feeling into the gut, take your guts with you. Inhale, reach for the sky, again, pull foot and knee towards each other, squeeze the right glute, exhale, rotate, intention to release heat, inhale, reach for the sky, exhale, full rotation, right palm to the left knee, push the palm into the knee, elongate the spine, draw the shoulder blades down, either gaze past your left knee or look to the right thumb, if that is comfortable for your neck. A deep exhale, breath out. Support of the inhale, swing your left arm down, bring the gaze forward, reach both palms to prayer. And if your pelvis feels stable today, bring the hips down unless you have pubic symphysis pain, in which case keep the hips high in a square. Gently bring the fingertips to earth and relax your head. Plant both palms to the ground, tuck the right toes under, pick the right knee up, and carefully step the left foot back. Continuing to release the heat from the body, step the feet as wide as the mat, walk the palms back, sit down in your squat, Malasana. Sthiti breath, Sthiti. Inhale through your rolled tongue. Exhale out of the nose. Inhale, roll up tongue. Feel the cool air in. Exhale, warm air out. Releasing heat, pitta. Inhale. Final exhale. Interlace your palms. Inhale, strengthen the thighs, brings you up. Rotate your feet parallel, but still touching the outer edges of the mat. Sit down in your chair. Swing your arms around in a wide arc. Interlace the palms. This time we're taking a deeper dangle. Completely optional to bring your elbows to your knees or belly between your bent thighs first. Then slowly start to straighten the legs through a little bit of tension patterning in the muscles to bring the fascia into the stretch. Another full breath in the forward fold. Release the palms, walk your hands forward. Downward facing dog, set the feet a little bit closer together. Inhale onto the knees, lift the gaze. Exhale, round. Pick the knees up, downward facing dog. Step your right foot where your right palm is, rotate the left toes out. Phoenix wings to flight 3 times, no need for more words, just feel your breath. After your third pass, interlock the palms, flip the interlace to the sky, align the pelvis by lifting the pubic bone, hold, chin down, sides of the waists long. Place your left palm between your shoulder blades, right hand cups over the left elbow, press the left elbow into the right palm, press the fingertips into the left arm, and then take that arm over to the right side for a side bend. Keep firm in the legs, feel like you're tracting the feet slightly away. Inhale, come to center. Reach both palms high and sweep the arms back on your exhale breath. Open your wings, straighten your right leg. Welcome back, Sarah. Float the chest forward. Inhale, bend the left knee, warrior 1. Phoenix wings to flight. Open your wings, straighten the right leg, float your chest forward. One more time, inhale. Exhale, this time, fingertips come to the ground, bow deep and hold. Gently bring your left knee down to the earth. You're in a square lunge as you rise. Remember that sense of inner thigh squeeze, active left glute. Inhale, reach both palms high. Exhale, releasing pitta, twist to the right. Inhale, reach your palms high. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, palms meet. Reach the prayer to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. Left palm comes over the left leg. Gaze to the right thumb or past your right knee. Sweep the right palm on the inhale past your thigh. Reach both palms high. Option to stay lifted through the hips or deep Anjaneyasana by bringing the hips forward, only if that feels good in your body. Keep with the rhythm of your breath. Gently bring palms to ground, relax your head. Tuck your left toes under, step back, downward facing dog. Releasing any built up heat, open the feet to as wide as your mat, walk your hands back, Malasana, steady breath, once again. Inhale through rolled tongue. Exhale through nostrils. Remember this breath to cool you down if you're in the bath before the pushing stage. Calms the whole nervous system. Inhale through the tongue. Exhale nostrils. This time fingertips come to ground, lift the hips. Rotate the toes forward and simply dangle. Walk your hands forward, downward facing dog. Step your feet closer together. Look down the midline of the mat and carefully avoiding babies, step the left foot down the midline. Spin the right heel to the ground. Reach for your block or book. Place it highest level just beside your left ankle. Press into the block, straighten the left leg. Take your right hand to your hip bone and gently guide the hip open as far as feels comfortable for you. Reach your right palm up to the sky and find a long line of extension from palm to palm as you lift through the ribs and find more space. Feel firm on the feet, taking 3 more breaths, feeling the cooling winds of the breath. Fingertips come to the ground. Now, if you are not wanting to take half moon, simply spin your right heel back and fold over your left leg and wait. If you're taking half moon, bend the left knee, walk the block forward, keep it on the highest knife edge, pick your right leg up, find a strong half moon and straighten your left arm. You want the body on the horizontal for this pregnancy variation. Reach your right palm high and hold. An incredible pose for pregnancy, bringing elation to the body, helping to relieve mild depression, working strongly into the endocrine system, the full glandular body from pineal right down to the adrenals and ovarian glands. We take another deep full breath here. And gently bring hands to the ground first, bend the left knee and land the right foot nicely down. Reach for both your blocks, spin on your heels so that your feet are parallel, feet facing the long edge of the mat. Take your blocks to the second highest level, slide your blocks away in a wide V shape, press your hips back and sink your chest and finally relax your head. Spread yourself thin in this delightful shape. We're creating space, but enjoying a full body back stretch. Remember to embed slightly into the outer rims of the feet and to allow spaciousness as you dip the front body and relax the neck. Cooling breaths still. If you need, you can softly take the exhale out of the mouth. Walk your blocks back, slowly rotate, place the blocks in front of the mat and step back, downward facing dog. Step the feet as wide as the mat, rotate the toes out slightly, walk your hands back. Steady breath once again. Come down into the squat. Feel relaxed ease through the pelvic floor muscles. Notice the difference between tension and holding and deeper relaxation. Steady breath in through the rolled tongue. Exhale, nostrils. 2 more. With an ice pack at the base of the neck and using this breath, you can quickly cool your body when it overheats in transition. Fingertips to the ground, lift the hips, parallel the feet, fold forward as far as baby allows, relax your neck. Walk your hands forward, step your feet a little closer together, downward facing dog. Look past your thumbs, step your right foot to the front of the mat, down the midline, and spin your left heel onto the ground, 90-degree foot. Place your block or book highest level up, press your hand into the block, straighten the right leg. Take your left palm to your right left hip and guide the hip open. Reach the left arm up to the sky, finding a vertical line from palm to palm, space across the width of the front body, but the spine is on the horizontal. So good for the endocrine system, and the legs are sturdy. Beautiful. A reminder, if you're not taking half moon, gently bring the palms to ground. Rotate the left foot outward slightly to bow. If you're taking the half moon, bend your left knee, place the block far ahead, float your right left leg parallel to the ground, and then find your half moon. Find sturdiness, trust, ease, and focus on the breath. This strengthens the uterine body, helps with nausea. If you have itching in the skin, for some reason it helps to relieve itching in the skin, and I think that's because of blood flow, particularly around the uterus when we come out of the pose. You guys are doing amazing. We'll take another deep, full breath here. Slowly bring fingertips to the ground and gently release your left foot. Catch both blocks, place them on their knife edge, long edge, and rotate the toes. Make sure your feet are parallel. Walk your blocks forward, create a wide V shape between the arms. Make sure that the hips are weighted between the arches of the feet. Roll slightly onto the outer edges of the feet as you deepen Prasarita Padottanasana. Feel like you're leaning too far forward, drag the blocks back a little and press back through your seat bones. The breath should feel free and easy and spacious. Walk the blocks back first. Place them front of the mat. As you place your hands front of the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Step your feet as wide as the mat, continuing with Pitta balancing flow. Walk your hands back. Sit down in Malasana. Steady breath through the rolled tongue. Inhale. Close the mouth, exhale nose. Final exhale, nose. Fingertips to ground, lift the hips, parallel with feet. Bow. Let go. Walking your palms forward. Step your feet a little closer together. Gently come onto the knees. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. And this time, find neutral spine here. Extend your left leg back. Slide your right palm forward, one hand space. Press firmly into the palm, straighten the arm, spin the left hip open. Follow with the left arm, reach and hold. We are going to strongly work the deep transverse muscles now. I cannot tell you how useful these muscles are in the pushing stage. Slowly, and they'll just turn on naturally if ejection reflex happens. Toes come to the ground, then lift. Toe touches the earth and lift. Still finding your midline, your balance, that deep inner integrity of the core. Beautiful. And now lift that left leg, hold 2 breaths at still point. Bring both hands down to the ground, square off the hips, bend the left knee and slide the shin forward. See if you can slip the left foot past your right knee and then slide the right leg back for your pigeon. Press into your finger pads, radiate up and open through the chest first, and then taking a full minute in your pigeon, walking your palms forward. We'll take golden thread breath out, in through the nose, long, soft, whispering breaths out of gently parted lips. Notice how long the exhale breaths have become and how calm the mind and body is when you follow the exhale out of the mouth. This is your meditative labor breath. It can be used at all stages of labor, but just remember, in transition, when things start to get quite intense, you may want to change the breath to a gentle puff out of the mouth. And then remembering to take a deep breath in and ride the wave of intensity with, as you learned in the couples workshop. Both hands on the ground. You learned the different breaths for the different stages of labor. Both hands to the ground, lift the chest. Gently glide onto your left hip and slide your right knee to meet your left foot. Beautiful. Catch your right ankle, please. Walk your left fingertips over to the left side and tilt your head over your left shoulder, strongly gripping the right ankle. So your left foot is in the inner right thigh, right heel is next to your left right hip. Hold strong and tilt your head over your left shoulder. Get a deep stretch going into that right neck. Welcome back, Nikki. I hope you can see where you're at. I saw that your internet's a bit glitchy. It can be a very deep stretch down the neck here. Very gently, come on up. Take neutral spine for a moment, relax. Now, slide your left heel away, and you're creating a gap between both thighs with the left heel slid away. Now, what we're going to do is take baby between both thighs. If your right knee is super unhappy, you can always bring that right foot inwards. But if you're okay with this, we're going to walk our hands forward and see if you can get your elbows, baby, on the inside of that left thigh. It's a bit of a tight fit. Get your elbows over your left shin and simply bear the weight into your left hip. Nikki, coming down to the ground now. Take your right heel to the outside of the right hip. Yep. Left heel, slide it forward to a perpendicular from hip to knee to heel. Good. Now walk your hands forward, baby, between both these thighs and see if you can get your forearms either on your left shin or just over the left shin, bearing the weight into the left hip. It's a deep work into that left hip. So just be here for a while, yin it, relax into it. Walk your palms back, lift the gaze. Slide the left foot back to the right thigh. Mukunda tilts to release excess pitta from the body again through the twisting motion. Left fingertips to the ground, right hand to your left knee. Inhale, curl the pelvis under. Very good for releasing sacral fixation, so chin to chest. Exhale, swing and pivot, looking over the left shoulder. Keep going to your own rhythm. Really take your time and enjoy the spirals through the spine, the lift of the hip bone, the release deep into the pelvis. These can be very useful for pubic symphysis issues and when the sacroiliac joints feel locked up. Finally, let's take it into the twist and pause. Unwind. Straighten the right leg, left foot in the inner right thigh for Parafrita. Right arm comes down the length of the leg. Reach the left arm out, spread the fingers, bend the elbow. Now shrug the shoulder up to the earlobe and stretch the arm over. Pulse the elbow back and do that 3 times. Each time stretching the fascia down the side body a bit deeper until you meet your third and hold for 5 breaths. Gently rise. Fingertips come to the ground, pause a moment. Maybe this feels good and perfect for you. If you want to lift and a full front body stretch, strengthening the back body, then follow on through with the left palm to the ground, pelvis elevated, baby kisses the heavens, 3 breaths. Gently come on down. Beautiful. Bring the knees together. Come onto all fours. Downward facing dog. Set feet as wide as the mat. Final round of steady breath in our squat malasana. Deep massage into the lower bow. And steady breath. 3. Through the tongue. out of the nose. To dangle, lifting the hips, parallel the feet, bow. Walk your palms forward. Bring the feet closer together. Gently come onto the knees on your next inhale and look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, neutral spine. Extend your left leg back, extend your right leg back, slide your left palm forward, one hand space. Spin the hip up and over and reach your right arm up to the sky. Find your still point. May feel challenging. And dip, take the big toe to touch the ground and lift as high as you can without skewing the pelvis. Do that several times. And finally, let's take it to neutral hold, suspending that right leg. Place both palms to the ground, square the hips. Bend the right knee just outside the uterus. Slide the foot forward if you can. Slide it past the left knee, otherwise come onto all fours and then take the leg back. Slide the left leg back, first of all, open the front line of the body. And then take it forward into your pigeon. 1 minute. Golden thread breath. Follow the golden thread on each soft, long exhale. Beautiful. Bring both palms to the ground, lift the gaze. Roll onto the right glute and slide the left thigh and right foot towards each other. Grip the left ankle quite strongly. Walk your right palm. This is where we lost you, Nikki. Walk your right palm away from your hip and drape your head over your right shoulder. Keep gripping that left knee quite strongly, and you're going to get a deep stretch down the left neck. Calm the breath, close the eyes, go inwards. Picking up all the little sensitivities within the body, the places that feel good, free, open, alight. And some of the spaces that might feel dense, requiring attention, space. Mindfully penetrating that area with the breath, clearing away rubble that needs to be. Very gently begin to come up to center. Relax the shoulders with fingertips to the ground for a moment. Allow for settling. Slide your right heel forward on the perpendicular, create space between the thighs for baby, walk your palms forward over the right shin. You can either keep the palms braced, weight into the hip, or you can bring the forearms to the ground over that right shin. Baby will squeeze slightly on the little side of the body. That's okay if it feels comfortable and doable. Otherwise, keep the arms straight and the chest low. Let the neck go, feel relaxed around the shoulders now. Press into the palms, slowly walk your hands back towards center. Slide the right foot snug back into the inner left thigh. Mukunda tilts left palm to the right knee, right fingertips to the ground behind you. Inhale, exaggerate the curl of the tail under chin to chest. Exhale, spiral open, gaze over the right shoulder. Take your time with each pulsation. Feel the pelvis move. Encourage that mobility. Finally, take it into the twist and hold. And gently unwind. Extend your left leg out. Left arm down the line of the left leg. Pick your right arm out, spread the fingers, bend the elbow. And inhale, lift the tissues of the side body strongly and shrug your shoulder to your ear, stretching the arm over. 3 pulsations, each time finding a little bit more depth until you feel into your final and hold. Gently arise. Place your palms to the ground. Feel the settling. You may choose to stay here, closing your eyes and breathing deep, or elevate right palm to the earth, lift the hips. Gently come on down. I want to show you something. If you have a block, you might be able to make it work for you with a book, Nikki, we'll see. But I'm going to show you from the back way, because what happens with some women's pelvises, they actually find it quite difficult because we sit so often, and because our natural primal shaping doesn't really suit chairs, but that's what we have. So it sometimes starts to distort the pelvis. And then the forward tilt of the pelvis, which brings baby deeper down and into the nestling of the pubic arch, sometimes that's a struggle for mothers to achieve in labor and birth. And I've noticed a baby that's stuck on an external and backward tilt has more trouble coming out than a baby that's able to make rotation from a posterior position into anterior, and then almost like the mother can spill the pelvis forward because she has that mobility. So we're going to do our wide-legged forward fold using a block, and I'm going to show you from the back side. So take your legs wide and come to sit on your block. But now what I want you to do is find the edge of the glutes. Spread the legs, is find the edge of the sit bones pushing into the edge of the block. And then from here, stick your fingers into the corners of the block. So if you're pulling your seat down, you should feel that your perineum spills over the edge of the block. So you're actually sitting on the edge of the block. The perineum is free and can spill over the edge of the block. Then from here, pick up the corners of the block and begin to lift the corners of the block and just slide the pelvis down. That'll give you a forward tilt, and then you can just flip the block out. Now you've got a forward tilt of the pelvis, so that when you take your hands forward, you have more freedom in this forward feel. So if you can achieve that, you'll be able to spill the pelvis forward off the block, and that gives you the depth so that the perineum can actually find almost like purchase down to the mat, and you've got that anterior tilt of the pubic bone that's so important for helping baby find the space in the pelvis. And of course, forward folds take some time to achieve in their depth because the psoas muscles need to be hydrated, released, and long down the lower back. So if the back rounds enormously and there's still tightness in the psoas, it's very difficult to find that forward reach of the heart. Cosette, I can't tell you how much your body has opened up since your first yoga class back. It's like I'm seeing your body finding whole new shapes and space. It's quite exciting to see, actually. It's like a completely different responsiveness than the first baby as well. Like the body is now, it understands, your mind understands your body connection. It's like this birth is going to be so different from the first. It's quite exciting. You'll achieve your ejection reflex this time, my darling. Whoop, whoop. Beautiful. And I only achieved it with my second as well, Cosette. First time, we've got to work those babies out. Gently rise. Bring the hands underneath the knees. Feet together for our Baddha Konasana. Now we're opening the top bowl of the pelvis, the top rim of the pelvis, and we'll just softly fold forward. And if there's not really much space, just bring your elbows to the knees and rather keep the space through the top body. If you're feeling okay with sort of rounding the spine evenly over the uterus, then you can relax the neck and take this a little deeper. And gently lift the gaze. Come into your comfortable seated position. We'll take Shavasana in a moment. We're going to do a meditation which is actually creating a shield of light around us, bringing light into body, heart, and it's a protective shield as we move out into an uncertain world. So get comfortable, sit on a cushion if you need to. You can even lean back into a wall for support if you feel that that is necessary. And we will take 5 Satili breath again, our final releasing of any extra pitta heat through the body. Inhaling through the rolled tongue or over the tongue. Exhale, nose. Keep going at your own pace. Final. Come back to your natural breath. Just allow it to happen. Softly, gently falling into a natural ebb and flow. If at any time your body becomes uncomfortable, just lie down on your side. It is a few minutes meditation here. First of all, feel the earth beneath you and the sky above you. Gently bring your awareness into your brain. Within the brain, imagine that there is a six-pointed star inside the brain space. And draw the star slowly down through the vertical channel of the spinal column, through all the chakras. Bring the star down through your base. Continue to see the star moving down and down until it meets the Earth star in the center of our planet. As our star meets the Earth star, see a 12D light. It is platinum silver. Feel your star light up with the star of the Earth. Feel the energy of this incredible, brilliant platinum white light. And slowly begin to see your star return, rising up to about 30 centimeters below your base chakra. Begin to see this platinum white star spin until it forms a plate of white light beneath you, a shield of white light. Continue to see this star spin, creating a beautiful energy of white light. Start to feel this star, platinum white, begin to move up through the spinal column again, and with it, feel a shield of light building up around you in a cylinder. Continue to draw your star, your Merkaba star, all the way up through the spinal column, and now into the head, and finally out, Sarasvira, your crown chakra. See the star alight a couple of feet above your crown. Your platinum white star spins above your crown, creating another shield of light. The cylinder of light touches this above shield. You are now surrounded in a cylinder of incredible white light. Begin to see the star continue to rise and rise through the heavens until it meets the very center of our galactic star. Feel unity with all beings, love for all beings. Feel your connection to our Earth star, to the divine star above. We are whole and we are supported. Gently find the star coming back to a light within the heart center, slowly bringing the star back into the heart center now. Feel the radiating of this light pour around your baby. And know that we have such a huge responsibility as we bring these light children onto this earth to change the frequency as we ascend to new and higher frequencies and move through the present chaos and into the light. Our children will show the way. They are the light bringers. May your child be blessed. May they be strong. May your heart be ever strong as you walk this path with your light beings. Placing both hands to heart center if that feels appropriate, and Anjali Mudra, or cosmic further of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Namaste. Please take your Shavasana or relaxation for as long as you need. So much love. Have a beautiful day.